Feelworld F5 might just be the best external monitor for your money. I don't really know, because it's still in the box. So we're going to get it unboxed, check it out, plug it in, and then I'm going to give you my 2 cents on what I think of the Feelworld F5 external monitor. Let's dive in. So Feelworld was nice enough to send me this for review, and so that is what I'm going to do. And I'm actually in the market for an external monitor for my little filmmaking setup. So I'm pumped to check this out and see if it's awesome and get some more YouTube videos out for you guys. Nice. So it comes with sunshade, little Velcro sunshade, wow, this thing is super light. So this is the main monitor right here. Look at that sexy guy in the background. So that's the main monitor. It hardly weighs anything. I think this thing weighs 140 grams, something like that. Already can tell that it's got some awesome features. It's got a dual purpose battery plate for both the Sony F series batteries and also Canon LP batteries. So that's pretty nifty. Some DC out, headphone jack, '20, function buttons, menu buttons, power buttons, and DC in, dual HDMI, one in, one out, both accepting 4K signals. This thing is pretty awesome. Nice. User manual. Now, yours may or may not come with the exact stuff that this comes with. I'm not too sure. What I do know is they are not shipping this system with the batteries. So you will have to make sure you grab your own battery packs. The small HD knockoff swivel arm, which is amazing. It's got a cold shoe mount, 360 swivel, perfect. And then a micro HDMI cable. So make sure you guys pop out. I've already jumped on Amazon. I've got the Sony batteries. These are dirt cheap. I'll make sure I put links in the description down below for everything. I also jumped on eBay and got this gigantic Sony MPF 970 battery. So I've got lots of juice, and I happen to shoot Canon 6D, so I can even power it. I'm pretty sure I can power it with these Canon LP E6 batteries. So that's it. That is the Feelworld F5 unboxing. Let's get it plugged in and see what it looks like and get it to use. And no better way to put it to use than with one of the best cameras on the market right now. Amazon delivery guy just dropped off a box at my house. I'm excited. That's right, Fujifilm's X-T3, one of the best hybrid shooting cameras out there. Best filmmaking camera for your money, absolutely no doubt. This is how you make Sony fanboys cry. They're no doubt going to be selling their A7 IIIs for this, but this is the perfect rig to test out the Feelworld F5 external monitor. And it's brand new, I haven't even touched it yet. So, let's do a little bit of X-T3 unboxing for you guys. So for those of you who don't know, the Fuji X-T3 is really got killer video features. It's got the 4K 60 frames per second. You can shoot up to 400 megabits output. It's got F-Log. It's got full HD, 120 frames per second. It's got mic jacks and all this fancy stuff for filmmaking. So I'm pretty excited about it. And this is my first time checking this thing out. That is a nice camera. Well, let's see if it works. Now I opted for the kit lens setup, the 18-55, which is supposed to be one of the best kit lenses on the market. Ooh, that's a nice little kit lens. Check that out. Okay, so I basically got it set up the way I want it for me on this gimbal. Another cool way for you guys to set this up is right on the hot shoe of your camera. It's ultralight monitor. It's going to be great to just put on any camera and keep a nice compact super light setup. For me, I've got the Weebill Lab gimbal, and this is going to be the ideal filmmaking setup for the gear that I have. A couple things about my gimbal. I did buy an aftermarket handle that has a 1/4 thread on there, and I also bought a smaller HDMI cable. So that's it. Other than that, it's the Weebill Lab. Got the F5 monitor here and Fuji's X-T3 mirrorless camera. This is an awesome setup. I don't know how to use it all because it's all brand new. Just unboxed this, really just unboxed that, and I haven't put a lot of time on the Weebill Lab gimbal. But so far, I'm super impressed with this. So what we're going to do now is quickly dive into the menu. I'm going to show you some of the features that are amazing on the Feelworld F5 monitor. And then I'll just quickly turn it all on and put it to quick use here so you guys can see. One thing I should mention that was really important to me is Fujifilm's X-T3 has, I got a squeaky chair. Fujifilm's X-T3 has a 60 frames per second in 4K video mode, and that concerned me with this monitor because this monitor has the HDMI in and out 4K compatibility at 30 frames per second. So it's not an issue. In the menu setting on your X-T3, you can set the display mode to be full HD for the monitor, while you still record in 4K 60 to my SD card on the camera, which is awesome. This thing is awesome. I mean, this is awesome. So there's no sense on having 4K display on here because this is just a full HD display. But it can handle 4K signal at 30 frames per second, and also because of this awesome camera, everything is working. It's going to work. Trust me on this. So if you do have your Fujifilm X-T3, definitely go out and pick up a Feelworld monitor. I'm not sure about the GH5, whether or not it's going to toss the signal to the monitor or whether it has the settings to toss your HDMI out in full HD while recording in 4K 60. That's something a GH5 user is going to have to chime in on. So let's dive into the menu. Okay, I'll show you really quick here what we've got for your menu controls. When you're in the menu, basically you just head on over to these tools here, and that's where the majority of your options are for what you're going to need for doing focus and exposure control. So you've got your center marker, you've got your safe frames, you've got your 9 grid, you can freeze an image, you can flip your image on the horizontal or the vertical, you've got anamorphic de-squeeze, you've got check field, you've got a histogram, you've got false colors,
focus assist, which is focus peaking. I think these are zebras, and got some audio ratio marker, yada yada yada. And then you can pop on over to the F here and set your 2 function buttons to do whatever you want them to do, whether you want to turn on focus peaking or whatnot. I've just got them set to flip the image or to zoom in on the image here with here, I'll show you. I think F2 is my zoom in, so we're going to zoom out here. So I turned on all this stuff. You can turn it all off if you want. It's got the zoom in feature, which is actually pretty crazy. Look at how far I can zoom in here and see what kind of focus I have here. It's pretty neat. So that's oh yeah, that is the zebras on there. So that is the Feelworld F5 monitor. I definitely think it's worth the buy. It's ultra light. It hardly costs any money, and it seems to be good quality. Seems to be working. And as you can see there, I've got the X-T3 set up in 4K 60 frames per second. So I should try actually recording with that. And sure enough, works on the monitor, recording in 4K 60 frames per second to the SD card. And I'm shooting an F-log right now. But that's it, guys. So go check out the links down below. Give me a follow or a subscribe or whatever. Do the likes, the comments, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.